your hometown news station, AM 1300 KGLO, streaming live online, KGLOAM.com, and on our KGLO News Facebook page. It is time for Pet of the Week. Sybil Soukup of the Humane Society of North Iowa is just settling in. Go ahead. You can talk now.
Oh, well, I'm noticing new furniture in the studio, but I'm being told it's been here the whole time.
Now, for those of you that are watching on the Facebook feed, you can see two or three chairs right to the left of the screen. Now, Sybil's, pointing back to them. You did not know. You've never noticed those chairs here that have been
Were they recently cleaned off?
No.
I think, Bob, it's because your presence is so magnetic.
Now you're trying to.
I can't focus. I can't look at anything else in the room. I'm just focused.
For sure. Anyway,
let's go with that.
Sybil walked in the room here just moments ago. Before we went on, and you have an audience? And I'm just like, what are you talking about? She's like, these chairs. I'm just like, those chairs have been there pretty much in that same spot since I walked into this building to work for the first time in 2008. So that's all I'm going to say.
You know,
I mean, it's 18 years.
Attention to detail this early in the morning is not my forte.
That's fine. I mean, while you walk in, I've got the banner behind me. You're looking at that, or you're looking at where you need to sit down, or you're focused. Or you're focused on who the pet of the week will be this week.
Well, I can hardly focus because I'm going to pull a 3-for-1.
Okay. Do tell.
I had to pull up their names because I'll probably get chastised for this one, but I had to make sure I had their names correct.
Right.
Because they're named after cartoon characters, and it's a cartoon movie that I've never seen. So their name, and I'll tell you, it's 3 puppies, and their names are, I'll see if you can guess the movie: Woody, Jessie, and Buzz.
Buzz would lean to Buzz Lightyear to me. Toy Story?
Yes.
Oh, I am right.
Yeah.
You've never seen Toy Story?
No.
Or any of the, you've had, 5 or 6 chances to see a Toy Story movie. I think there's that many versions out.
I can't think of anything more unfortunate than going to a movie theater to see a movie that's meant for kids in a movie theater full of kids. That's not really my thing.
Well, I hear you.
But no, I've never seen the movie.
As long as when you walk in the theater, you realize there's seats there.
Oh, burn. That's you got me there.
I'm going to laugh at this one.
Hey,
this is going to be a running joke from now on.
Great.
Maybe next time we'll have you sit in
over
seats.
There. Okay, I'll sit in the back.
We wouldn't be able to hear you. We'd have to hook up a wireless microphone.
Don't worry, you could hear me.
No. Anyway, tell us more about our Toy Story themed.
Well, there's
dogs.
3 dogs, and you have 3 chairs.
Well, there you go. You could have brought them in.
It was all intentional, Bob.
Yeah.
I did that all intentionally to segue into this. So,
wow.
So we've got 3 Labrador Retriever pups.
Okay.
This was part of an litter from somebody apparently that had 10 puppies.
Wow.
I know, that poor mom. So they rehomed. They found homes for their 7 apparently, and then these last remaining 3 they didn't find homes for. So they ended up at the shelter, and we named them Wood, Buzz, and Jessie. So it's 2 boys and a girl. They were born May 21st. So that's going to make them about 3 months and a few days. Yeah, 3 months and 4 days. So Woody and Buzz are black. Woody is a black lab mix, and Buzz is a chocolate lab mix, and then Jessie is a black lab mix. But they are absolutely adorable. I mean, puppies. Yeah. Gosh. I mean, they are sweet. So if you are at work right now or on your, well, maybe not at work, but at home, get on your phone, get on your tablet, and check them out online. You can see their pictures because they're absolutely just cute as can be. Our website is hsni.org. That's HSNI as in Humane Society, North Iowa.org. And then their names are Woody, Buzz, and Jessie. These are your typical, lab pups are kind of a really common puppy that we get in the shelter. And so these are your typical puppies that are going to require a lot of patience, a lot of training, a lot of consistency. It's going to be like kind of having a toddler around for a while who doesn't communicate and you need to take outside to go to the bathroom. So, puppies are so cute, but I love that I get to work in a place where I can see them and play with them all day and then leave them there. My life is not conducive to having a puppy around.
Right.
But I love dogs and I love puppies. But just anybody that's thinking about adding a puppy to their home, if you've never had one before, do a lot of research and talk to the staff. And of course, puppies are so much fun. And so it is, a wonderful way to introduce a friend into your family, a lifelong friend into your family. But make sure that you are going to be able to commit to these puppies for, the extent of their life, which could be upwards of 11 to 13, 14 years even, so it's a lot of fun though, and they are available at the shelter. I believe they are not ready to go for walks just yet because we got to get them all vaccinated before we have them out running around. But I think they have one more round of vaccines and then they'll be available for interactions. But if you're interested, you can apply right now. And then if you're, if things are moving forward, we could have you come in and meet them in person then to select which one that you're wanting to pick out.
Like you mentioned, you've got to, with any pet, you've got to make a commitment.
For sure.
I mean, but, and in, comparing dogs and cats, though, there's obviously different things that, you have to do, right?
Yes.
Just talk a little bit more about that.
So, I mean, cats are a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I always say
that's what I was kind of alluding to.
Yeah. I mean, the easiest pet out there would be a pet rock.
Well, yeah. That's more my line.
That's what you're qualified to handle. Okay.
Pet chair, actually.
A pet rock.
A pet chair back there.
Right. Pet chair.
Thanks.
Oh gosh. And then, cats and then are a little bit easier because they, they're a little bit more independent and they're kind of like, okay, you're going to work. Whew, I get some time off from this smother mother. That's what my cats say anyway. But most cats are, easy temperament, they get along and fine on their own or with a friend. But you can go to work during the day and they're just fine. You can leave for a weekend and have somebody coming to check on them, of course, and they'll be okay. But a dog, you need to factor in, like if you're going to go away for the weekend, you need to line up boarding. If you're going to go on a vacation, part of your budget needs to be the boarding or the caretaking of your pet while you're away if you don't have a family member or somebody that can stay with them. But also just the monthly and the day-to-day and monthly expenses that go into owning a pet, cats and dogs. Of course, you want to keep your pet healthy and with you for as long as possible. So annual veterinarian checks are really important because pets, animals in general, but especially cats, they really tend to hide if they're not feeling well or any illness or pain or discomfort. And obviously they're not going to tell you until it's, really obvious to you. But a veterinarian visit every year, your vet can kind of pick up on things through blood work or, through listening to their heart that you may not just see day to day. And that gives your pet a chance at having a longer, healthier life. In the state of Iowa, a rabies vaccine is required for domestic animals. In the city of Mason City, it's required for both cats and dogs. The state only requires it for dogs at this point, but it is required by law. And so that is something that you'd need to go to the vet annually anyway for and budget for those kind of things. A good balanced diet I've seen, and I can, provide as much proof as anybody needs in the form of buckets. But the better quality food you feed, the less waste you're going to have.
Okay.
If anybody wants any proof of that, in my years of experience at the Humane Society. So, lower quality diet that maybe is more filling or has more bulk to it might not be as nutritional value to your pet. And that, in the long run, that helps with if you feed them a higher quality diet, that helps with their immune system, their heart health, in their aging process. And so all of those things, like I'm just listing off a couple of things here. Yeah. These are the basics of, annual veterinarian care, proper food and diet. And then of course the toys, you need to get a lot of toys, budget for that.
Well, I mean, my thought is obviously, some people may think about get a pet, then all of a sudden the light bulb comes on. This is I'm way out of my league to be taking care of an animal, and that's when unfortunately, choices are made, and maybe they bring it to the Humane Society or some other unfortunate choices. But I mean, that's the best way. Obviously, would be to bring him to you.
Yes, we do get a lot of pets in that way, but we're not always in a position to, when people call us and say, I can't take care of this dog and I got to get rid of it today. We don't always have that kennel space open today. A really common thing I see is that, let's say someone our age, wink, wink. Let's say I've had a German Shepherd for the last 15 years that I got as a puppy. And I love that dog, loyal, beautiful. German Shepherds are very smart and wonderful dogs. And then now he's passed away. But I'm still having these, after a while I'm healing and I'm still having these fond memories. And then I go out and get a German Shepherd puppy again. Because I want to have my home is empty and I want to have that good experience again. But you have to consider that you've aged 15 years and you have, maybe a different lifestyle than you did 15 years ago.
Your priorities have changed.
Yes. And your last few years, you've been taking care of a senior dog that was slower, not as active, didn't require as much, scheduling and discipline and, that kind of stuff because you knew the routine. Well, now you've got a new puppy and you're starting over from square one. And so sometimes it's hard to make that transition. And I see a lot of people do that. And that's when they call me and say, oof, I've been way over my head. I didn't think my last puppy wasn't this much work. Well, but you were a lot younger then too. And, it happens. You got to think about your lifestyle, your abilities, and what kind of lifestyle you can offer the pet that you're wanting to adopt.
Now, the Humane Society website, it's pretty simple. I mean, if people had those 3 names there, they can easily go in and type those names, or what's the best way to search for the pets you just mentioned?
So on our website, it's hsni.org. You can look through, we have on the sidebar on the right-hand side of the screen, you can click on dogs and just scroll through all of our dogs, which I think is a great pastime to do daily. Or if you're in a hurry and you want to search for just these specific dogs, we do have a search feature that you can search for their names specifically. Okay. And they were again...
Buzz.
Yep.
And that's the one I remembered because that's the one that connected me to Toy Story. So that's
Woody. And I would have guessed Buzz and Woody because those, like, Woody is the Tom Hanks character, but Jessie is the one I
no clue.
Clueless, but Jessie was on there too.
All right.
But anyway, these puppies probably won't last long. So if you're interested in a puppy, and also I just have to say that, puppies, especially, most of our animals, especially our dogs and for sure our cats, are meant to be indoor pets, part of the family, part of the home. Occasionally, we will get in dogs that came to us from an outdoor home, maybe a farm environment, or maybe they were, a working dog in their previous home. And so it's appropriate to adopt them back out into that kind of home. Not as common though. We get a lot of, like these dogs are meant to be indoor pets. And so that's what our goal is, to have them be part of your family. But check them out and check out all of our dogs that we have available for adoption and our kitties too.
All right. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds wonderful. Thank you.
Sybil Soukup of the Humane Society of North Iowa here in your hometown news station, AM 1300 KG.